Today, we're talking about the latest games on Xbox, new system updates, ignorant claims by ignorant developers. Yes, no offense to those of you that aren't ignorant, you know what I'm saying, and also much more. So let's get into it. What is happening, guys? Dealer here, back again with yet another video, and I just want to thank you for showing up and checking the video out. Obviously, I want to let you know, because it's the year 2022, that general rasterization and compute performance by consoles, and only consoles, remember that, and PC not affected here for some reason, but consoles, everything's changed. Developers have been working on some breakthrough technologies where things that can scale can no longer scale, and of course, tethering is handled by the GPU. We're going to go over all that, right? I know it sounds stupid because it is, but we're going to go over all of that stuff. We're going to cover a brand new update for the Xbox and much more. But I want to thank you for stopping by, hitting the like button if you end up liking this video, and of course, telling a buddy or two about the channel. I don't know if that helps or how many of you do that, but I've been trained and conditioned to say that over and over. Let me know your thoughts as we do get through these topics. Now, the first of many topics today is, the bane of Sony's existence right now, aka Game Pass, the thing that keeps Jim Ryan up every night, late nights with the bourbon. It's because of Game Pass, the service that is, it's really pissing Sony off that they got to compete with this thing. So, you know what? They're adding even more games to Game Pass this month, and let's get into that. Now, the cool thing is you can download and play almost all of these right now, including Chivalry 2, Medieval Dynasty, Walking Dead Season 1 and 2. But the big one that you can play right now is Scorn. That is one of the ones they debuted the Series X with. I've played a little bit of it. It is a walking puzzler that has a very, very creepy vibe, some shooting, some horror aspects to it. Check it out. It's on Game Pass. A lot of you guys probably already having nightmares from some of this stuff. But most interesting of all, and I've already played a lot of this game, A Plague's Tale Requiem. That actually releases October 18th on Game Pass. Now, knowing me, I'm probably showing some footage of this game, some of my playthrough on an Xbox Series X on the screen right now. I can tell you the performance is not locked. If you have VRR, you're really going to appreciate that feature, but you shouldn't have to have VRR to have a smooth experience. There is no excuse for anything other than a 60 FPS option, at least on every game on the system. And you know what developers didn't get that memo? Gotham Knights. This is a game that I was highly skeptical on, to say the least, was not looking forward to, started to look into the title, right? IGN first, they're still around, they're still a thing. And the more I looked into this, I saw, the quest design, some of the outfits, and some, I could wear the G-string and all that stuff, all the stuff, right? Then I find out the game's 30 FPS on console. Yes, Gotham Knights is 30 FPS on every console. There is no option. They are blaming the Xbox Series S. Basically, developers think we are all morons. And by the way, we shouldn't be allowed to criticize their games because we've never made one. Interesting, isn't it? Yeah, I have a lot to say on this, and I realize it's a very specific topic for a specific group of people, so I'll put it at the end of the video. I'll pick it up, and right now I want to cover a few other news items, as well as the latest update for the Xbox Series consoles. Need for Speed reportedly have a brand new outing coming December 2nd, 2022. It's not a cell phone game. There's actually a good bit of information out there about the title, and even some screenshots that I will not show you here because I do not feel like getting dropkicked by EA. What I can tell you is competition's important, and that's in every genre. Racing especially. There are a handful of teams, and there are only really 2 or 3 that are dominant, that nothing else comes close to. Turn 10 and Playground are 2 of those teams, and somebody's got to push them, remind them that there are still new ideas and things to do in racing. And hey, let me know if you're going to pick it up. This just in, Xbox Game Pass made a lot of money, and guys don't believe it, so they're lying to everyone on Twitter as usual. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, yeah, they are lying as usual, and that's facts. And I'm thinking, hey, why you gotta be so truthful about it? And then you're saying, well, these guys, they're apparently reviewing Xbox podcasts now, and no one cares. And of course, I'm thinking, wow, what an idiot. Of course he's gonna hate my podcast. And never mind, I'm not gonna go into all that. We're both thinking a lot of things. And the main one is Xbox Game Pass is generating a lot of money. Now, how much did they spend to generate that much money? Hey, that's another topic. But what we do know is that it's far more successful than any of the doubters ever thought it would be. Now, admittedly, that last part may not be surprising. Of course, it's going to be, profitable or successful when they are doing as much as they're doing. But what is surprising is that they released an update that is supposed to not only remedy issues with the game DVR, but actually increase its quality as well from 480i, 27 frames per second, with sometimes no image and no sound, and of course the crashing and your console explodes, all the way up to improved bit rates, performance, and more. So here are the primary bullet points for this particular Skip Ahead update. Xbox say we have exciting news, and of course the Skip Ahead members can expect something new coming to their Xbox update. Let's just get the good one out of the way here. The game DVR. Yes, this is big. I just got done complaining about this in my last video actually. They say on Xbox Series S and X consoles, game DVR captures at 720p and 1080p. Now here's the thing, here's the catch, here's the kicker. They say now experience up to 30% increase in bitrate. Now I know some of you are probably like, what do you mean? Why are you celebrating? They're downgrading the DVR. Don't worry, I got you. I'll tell you the bitrate is the most important thing. It fills the image out with information, and that's why this gameplay looks so good, because it is captured at a high bitrate. Now, when you combine high resolution with high bitrate, that's the ideal thing. But right now, the DVR is almost unusable, and it is unusable for a lot of people. So this is obviously going to be some kind of fix. They've gone in, they've redone the DVR, at least, I don't know, made up a little pass over the DVR to make it usable, and then they boosted the bitrate. And while it will suck to lose 4K, which I think is what's happening, I still think the clips will look better overall. The DVR will be more stable overall, because I guess they don't want to completely overhaul the thing. Maybe they're waiting for an acquisition or some kind of technology company group purchase or something like that, or maybe just an all-new dashboard to be integrated completely. But as of right now, this is kind of their half measure, which is, again, making this thing usable again for a lot of people. Let me know if you'll be using the new DVR when it hits the public, and of course, let me know what you think about this next feature. They are bringing a new feature to profiles called Ask to Join. They say to use this, navigate to your friend's profile and use the Ask to Join icon. This will send your friend a notification letting them know that you're interested. They can then easily respond with a message or an invite to get you into the game. Now, I'm wondering if this will extend to parties as well, because it really needs to if it doesn't. People always send me an invite to a party instead of just joining the party. And if they really, if this icon was there, it would save a lot of people a lot of headache of accidentally joining parties, or just letting people know they would like an invite to maybe a locked down private party or any of that kind of stuff. I think it's a great idea. I think it absolutely needs to work for parties as well. Let me know your thoughts. Additionally, they've got a bunch of other system fixes for bugs and things like that. Again, game DVR getting a bitrate boost, and them making a pass like this, just the stability that it's most likely going to bring alone, is pretty big news for people that really enjoyed the DVR features. But anyways, let's go back to that one topic with the pictures of the developers that didn't understand what a GPU bottleneck was and how that's basically the most scalable piece of technology in any gaming platform. Yeah, the Gotham Knights 30 FPS thing. Yeah, I know, it's the most moronic thing you've seen today on the internet, and I also know that frame rate is pretty much always bound by the CPU on consoles, at least over the last generation. This generation, 16 threads into extremely quick I/O that basically is still unused, but to this day, and capable GPUs at each price point. There have never been better balanced consoles in history. Now it is easier to hit 60 FPS than ever, and by a huge margin. There are a ton of ways to do that. Quite simply, reducing the resolution would be that option in the settings for most games, and obviously the complete and utter removal of ray tracing itself. I mean, I don't think there's one game on next-gen consoles that doesn't give you the option to remove ray tracing and have a separate mode. And I mean that. I mean, like, developers have already proven this, yet we have some coming out and blaming Series S for, I guess, everything. World hunger is next, I'm sure. Well, what is also sure is that it is probably because they just don't want to work on multiple platforms. And guess what? Too bad. You should be used to it. It's been happening since 2017 for Xbox. It's just something that you should just be used to by now. And also, let's not forget the fact that people are saying, yes, these are actual developers, not technically minded developers, mind you. They are more, lead artists or character designers. Not that all of them don't know these things, but it's clear that some of these guys do not know these things. If they did, they would know that, well, Series S has a 16-thread Zen 2 processor and SSD, and there's no games on PC. Their game on PC doesn't even require that as a minimum spec. So is PC holding you back by your own logic? That's ridiculous. Also, this guy, shut up. Don't ever complain about nothing. You buy a new car and something, it breaks down a month later, don't complain. You didn't build it. Again, just so stupid, the logic. I respect developers. I love the hobby. I enjoy what they create. But at the end of the day, I'm a consumer like they are supposed to be. I'm never going to not criticize something because I demand better. That guy probably worked on Knack 2 or something. Don't ever complain. Yeah, it's a perfect game. Again, this whole scenario is just dumb. It's been proven over and over and over that it's not the case. Developers have already said this about the consoles, and then a week later came back with a patch. I'm not going to play Gotham Knights at 30 FPS. I don't think I'm going to do it. I was already kind of on the fence, like I said, looking forward to it a little more and more, and then I hear this crap, and I don't like being lied to by the developers anyway. Of course, I can handle 30 FPS. It's just the principle that matter. 30 FPS needs to stay in the ground, stay 6 feet deep. I'm not going back. I'm sorry. You can't drag me back. It's not happening. And I think Xbox should probably talk to these guys. Hey, I know some of you guys watch my videos. I don't know, send a little email over there and be like, hey, where the frames at? What's going on? Why are you all lying? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard of. I don't understand. Where have these developers been under a rock? Have you seen all of these other games with separate frame rates and ray tracing modes and even patching Series S later to do 60 FPS? This is something that is widely known, and it shows you how little of widely known knowledge certain developers know. And that's kind of unfortunate, man, because people take that and they weaponize it versus a platform that's honestly, for $300, it's a little powerhouse, and it has a lot of capability, and that's on top of the RDNA 2 features that Gotham Knights isn't using to even leverage the system to begin with. So aren't you holding your own game back? Yeah, you are, especially with the way you think about frame rate. That's just not healthy. But hey, let me know your thoughts on all of this crap. Are you getting Gotham Knights? Not hating on the game. Again, it is what it is. Hit the like button if you ended up liking this video. And of course, subscribe for even more content, podcasts and stuff every single week. Try to have a video out, at least one every week, but it doesn't always happen because guess what? Xbox, they're kind of on vacation right now, I guess. So I'm not, it's just really hard for me to get up and make a video about every little stupid thing. I want to make it at least worth watching. And yeah. This is what I came up with. I'm sorry. No, but seriously, let me know your thoughts, subscribe, all that stuff. I will see you guys soon. I'm Dealer. I'm out.